What's going on, y'all? Zay's Perception, and I want to make a video to all the people who's been stressing because they're not in a relationship. Um, really is concerned that they're lonely and they don't have nobody to talk to. But you may be that person. This video is for the people that want a meaningful spiritual relationship. And the reason you don't have that right now is because God is making you wait. God is making you wait for your queen or your king because you haven't done enough spiritual work or enough mental work to align with that person, or it's because of your mental model. you know Words are power. Your actions have to be aligned with your words. If you want a queen, you're going to have to be a king. You're going to have to do king things. You're going to have to make sure your mentality is on point. Make sure you're meditating. Make sure you're eating healthy because the person that you're trying to attract is doing high vibrational things. So you're going to have to be a high vibrational individual to attract that person. You know, this video is to give you encouragement to keep going with your journey, man. Don't stop improving yourself. Always keep improving yourself. Always stay positive because you're lonely, but you're not going to be lonely forever. All you got to do is keep working on yourself and keep manifesting. You're not going to be lonely for that long. Your special someone is around the corner. I'm telling you that right now. This is your confirmation that your special someone is around the corner. You just have to align with it. You have to step into that energy. And this goes for me too, not just y'all. You know, I have to continue to step in that energy and be the man that I know I'm supposed to be to attract my soulmate because my soulmate is doing high vibrational things. Whoever she is, she's out there doing high vibrational things. She's eating healthy, meditating, being in nature. So I got to make sure I'm on my game in being high vibrational, not just through my actions, but when times get hard, how am I staying positive even when times get hard? What am I saying to myself every single day? You know, are my words clean? Are my intentions clear? You have to align with the energy that you want to attract. You are what you attract. And this is your confirmation right now. If you are someone out there that is lonely, if you're always going to bed alone, if you got nobody to talk to, I'm telling you, God is making you wait for that special someone. That special someone is out there for you. You just have to align with them. Align your energy with them, with the king or the queen that you want to attract in your life. This is something that I had to keep realizing because you may see the dating market, you may see a lot of people in Gen Z being pessimistic, you know, but you can't focus on that. What you focus on grows. You cannot focus on the dating scene and people out here wanting to sleep around because that is not the energy you're meant to attract. So if you know deep down you want a meaningful relationship, why would you pay attention to people who are pessimistic? Why would you pay attention to toxic behavior, toxic people who are just messing around, who are really hurt but just want to mess around? Why are you paying attention to that kind of energy? This is what I had to ask myself. Why am I, because it gets lonely, when you don't have a special someone in your life. So you start drifting and getting lost in the sauce and you start comparing yourself to people's relationships, like these random relationships out here. You know, I'm telling y'all, if the relationship is common, if the people in that relationship are doing common things, if they don't have a relationship where they're helping each other grow, if they don't have a relationship where they're spiritually bonding with each other and they're helping each other in every way, that relationship, it doesn't really mean anything in the long run. That relationship is probably just built on lust, physical attraction, finances. If you want a meaningful relationship, that's not the relationship. If you want a meaningful relationship, those things that I just said right there, finances, that's not even going to be in the question. Before finances, is about spiritual and mental. It's about how you're helping this person grow, how you and the person are building a future with each other, not just about monetary gains. Yeah, so overall, you have to make sure you are focusing on building yourself as a person every day. Focus on your career, focus on your business, focus on your spirituality, focus on your mental dialogue. Focus on the words that you say to yourself. Focus on what you're programming yourself with, what you're focusing on. This is the way that you're going to attract that high vibrational relationship that you've been craving. Because it takes a lot of work to get a queen or a king. It takes a lot of work. It takes more work than just getting a regular old relationship. You have to really understand this and really understand this. Is what I had to understand, man. We have to put in more work because we're the chosen ones. We're we're deemed to have a chosen relationship. This is what God wants for us. If you have that hard feeling in your heart where you're like, man, I know I'm supposed to be in a good relationship. I want to build with somebody. I want to grow. Align yourself with that energy. Align yourself with high vibrational energy every day. And you will attract the people that you need to attract in your life every single time. Thank y'all for watching. Keep grinding. Stay focused on yourself.